Hello YouTube, it's KillVector1, and the time is finally here. As you can see by the title in front of you, this is Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth. I'm so excited for this game. This game is amazing. I've played only one game, and it was off-screen. It was just so I can kind of get used to how Beyond Earth is compared to the previous Civilization games, because normally I can just throw myself right in and usually figure it out. But this was a different case considering they changed some of the mechanics, so I did a test game. Anyway, first can I just say how awesome is this? I like the simple things. It's just... there's nothing to this menu but the Earth spinning, but the Earth just looks breathtaking. Sorry, I just had to sit and watch for a minute. So, yes, this is Beyond Earth, so I will be doing a playthrough additional to my Civilization 5 Gods and Kings, soon to be Brave New World, I think, because I might go get Brave New World, or the expansion for Gods and Kings, Brave New World. I'm not sure. That's a whole other topic anyway. Anyway, the rest of this week will be just Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth videos, but starting next week I will incorporate it into my regular schedule as the second episode that I normally do of Civilization. So there will now be 2 episodes of Civilization 5 Gods and Kings a week instead of 4, and these 2 will take the place. There will be one Civilization Beyond Earth on Monday, and there will be one on Friday. And that's just gonna be how it is for now. Now, this will be up on Thursday when you see it, and I will at least do tomorrow, but I may do Saturday as well, Beyond Earth. So 4 to 6 episodes this week, depending on how it goes. But that's enough talking. Let's get into this gameplay. So, let's set up a new game. Difficulty is based... I just noticed little details like this, but the difficulty level is rated in spacecraft missions, Sputnik being the first satellite launched into space by the Soviet Union in the 1950s. And that music is getting loud. Mercury, Vostok, Gemini, Soyuz, and Apollo. Apollo being the hardest, as it was the program that landed the United States of America on the moon. We're going to stay with Mercury just because, until I'm used to the gameplay, because I'm not used to most of the aspects of this gameplay. We'll do standard game pace just because there's no need to change it. And on my previous world, I did a small playthrough, so I think I might do a standard world just so we can meet every civilization. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go with that. Now, this is the main setup process, which is really in-depth, which I like. For those of you unfamiliar, they changed the format of how you set up your civilization in Beyond Earth. So, as this game is set in the future, most of the places are new. So, yeah. Here are the different civilizations. We have the American Reclamation Corps, which covert options are 25% faster and will cause 25% more intrigue. The Pan-American Cooperative, which has plus 10 production towards wonders and plus 25 worker speed. This is like Japan, Asia-ish. Of course, this is America. Franco-Iberia, which is France and Spain. You gain a free technology for every 10 virtues you develop, which can come in handy. The Slavic Federation, which is Russia. Orbital units stay in orbit 20% longer, and the first one launched grants a free technology. That'll be helpful if early in the game, if you start, because the first satellite you find usually is a crashed ruin you'll be able to do stuff with. Polystralia, which is Polynesia and Australia, has +2 trade routes available for the capital. The Leviathan Protectorate, which is India and Pakistan, cities and outposts acquire new tiles twice as fast. Brasilia, which is Brazil, units have +10% strength in melee combat, and the African Union, +10% food in growing cities when healthy. Health is basically your happiness meter in this game. It's a little bit confusing, but that was my main problem with my game playthrough that I started as the ARC. I was having trouble keeping the health at a positive rate because city just kept growing even if I would purposely stagnate growth. So this civilization we're going to play, I told some of my subscribers that I was going to start this playthrough and ask them what civilization I should be, and they told me I should be the Slavic Federation. You know who you are if you're watching this video. Anyway, so we're going to be the Slavic Federation. Okay, now the next part is choosing your colonists. This provides a different aspect to how your cities are. You can have scientists, which is +2 science in every city, refugees, which is +2 food in every city, aristocrats, which is +3 energy and +1 health in every city, engineers, which is +2 production in every city, and artists, which is +2 culture and +1 health in every city. I'm not really going to go that in depth with these as they're kind of self-explanatory. Basically, energy is money. It's basically the equivalent of gold. Science is still the same. Food's still the same. Production's still the same. Culture's still the same. It's just health and energy, and they only do different things. I'm going to take aristocrats just because energy and health deplete quicker. So, yeah. Now we can choose our spacecraft. The spacecraft gives us a little bit of an advantage colonizing our new planet. We can, whichever one we pick. We can choose Continental Surveyor, which reveals the coasts on the map, which is helpful because you don't have to explore most of the map without having to see where the coastlines are. Retrograde Thrusters, which have a wider area for choosing where to land your first city and an additional visibility around the starting area. That's helpful, but it's only one additional ring outside of where you normally pick, which we'll see in a minute. You have Tectonic Scanner, which no technology is needed to see petroleum, geothermal energy, and titanium resources. That is helpful. That's really helpful, actually. And then Fusion Reactor, begin with 100 energy at standard speed. And Lifeform Sensor reveals alien nests on the map. Aliens are like barbarians in this game, for those of you who aren't familiar. Now, on my playthrough that I did myself, I did Continental Surveyor, so I'm just going to stick with the ones. When we do more playthroughs, we can change it up a bit, because I'm going to try and make it different each time. So we're going to do Continental Surveyor, so we'll get the coastlines on each map. The last thing we choose before we choose our planet is our cargo. Hydroponics allow our cities to begin with extra population in our first city, which is good, but it kind of stagnates growth from the beginning, so I don't really like hydroponics. Laboratory, we begin with the pioneering technology, which is great, because that's pretty much the first technology that expands on everything. We have raw materials, which begin with a clinic building in your first city, which is helpful because of, well, that gives you more health. Weapons arsenal, you begin with a soldier, and then machinery, you begin with a worker. In my ARC playthrough, which again I did personally, so it's not on here, I did machinery. However, seeing the value of clinics and how important they are later, I think I'm going to do raw materials, just so I can begin with that. And that's it for that. Now let's choose our planet. Rather than picking the like continents and things like that, you pick different. There are already 3 options for you in this world. For example, right now we have Gitlin 133C, which is a Terran world, which is basically continents. Gilmore 132 Bravo, or it's just B, but Anyway, it's a protean world, so it's one massive ocean and one large continuous landmass with varying coastal islands. And then there's also the Petrovich 523c, which is an Atlantean world, which is basically an archipelago map. Now, we're just going to stick with basics, and we're going to go for a Terran world, which, yeah. You can also do advanced setup, and you can pick which spawns you're playing against, but it doesn't matter on our world because standard map size is everyone. And you can pick how old your planet is, standard stuff. There's new victory types, which I'll get in a minute. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. I'm not going to worry about it now. Basically, domination's the same. Contact you, re-establish contact with Earth. Promised Land is bringing everyone from Earth to the new planet. Emancipation is not exactly. I think Emancipation is returning to Earth, and then Transcendence is like. Actually, I'm not exactly sure what Transcendence is. I didn't look at that one. Anyway, so that should be everything. And here we go. As soon as it loads. Ooh, what a pretty landscape. This music is very Star Trek-esque, if you ask me. Okay. So, other than that breathtaking landscape in front of us, oh yeah. So, other than this breathtaking landscape, we have our leader's initial thoughts. The planet approaches. Actually, since we're Russia, I'll read this in a Russian accent. The planet approaches. From this distance, it holds some similarity to Earth. I must not take comfort in this. From comfort comes weakness, and that is something I cannot abide. Although we have prepared for the world below, it will not be enough. If we are to survive, we need to learn more, to be vigilant, to adapt. So let's go to our brand new world.
Hello, I am the Advanced Integration and Simulation Resource, or Advisor. I am equipped to introduce you to the basic systems that will guide your development on this new planet. Additionally, I can provide strategic advice based on situations you encounter. How would you like me to proceed?
I'm going to keep him for now. I'm just going to have him do... I'll say I'm new to Beyond Earth, and then I just want advice only. So, yeah. So,
select a suitable location for our people to make Planetfall. This will be the site of our first great city. Select a plot within the red border to land.
Maybe I should just have him do the explaining. Anyway, as he said, this is our place where our colony will come down from orbit. So, looking around, we got some miasma down here, which is basically like pollution, and it like injures your people. We have fruit. This is plains area. Production, food. Food's kind of important on the first thing. I think I'll do this tile or this tile. And then there's floatstone over there. I think I'm going to do this square. Welcome to the city of Krabrost. Now, first you can see the entire outline of all the continents on our planet, because we got that special ability. So we now can see the entire coastline of the entire world, even though we don't know any of the other squares. Anyway, so... Ooh. That's kind of good. Xenomass is that close. Yeah. So, let's get started. The first thing we have is our Explorer unit, which is basically a scout. So we're going to have to send him around and look for different things. And there we found a resource pod, and a resource pod basically gives you like little perks and bonuses about your playthrough. So let's go ahead and choose our production here first. I'm going to start off with an old Earth relic, just because that'll get our culture going, and then we'll be able to expand our city faster. And our research.
The tech web.
This is the tech web. It's every technology, and unlike the tech tree in previous games, this is more advanced. This has basic technologies, which are right here, and then stem and leaf technologies, which get more specific with things. So I'll use habitation for an example. We have habitization, which is what everyone starts out with. It's like agriculture of this game. And then pioneering is the STEM technology, and it allows for more specific things. And then planetary survey is even more specific than that. Now, it should be noted that we'll need pioneering pretty close to the beginning, because a colonist is a settler, and you don't start off with the ability to build settlers. So that'll be one of the few things that we'll have to get first. But right now, I'm trying to see what I want here. Thorium reactors are good. Ultrasonic fence, vivarium, miasmic repulsor. Spy. Oh wait, we can't do computing. Saturn Nursery, Pharma Lab. I think we'll do pioneering first, just because I want to get that done and over with. Okay. Also, we are pretty close to the coast, so that's a good thing. Victories.
This may be helpful.
Yeah. What was Transcendence victory? Something unbelievable. This planet is home to a superorganism of such extraordinary scope, it is essentially the planet itself. Not only that, it appears to be eliciting some signs of dormant cognitive capacity. Okay. It's basically like merging with the planet kind of thing. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much everything for this turn. Thank you. The game starts out in 2600, and it advances by 1 year each time. So, let's go get this resource pod.
You have finished construction on a unit which can launch into orbit. To launch?
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So we found a basic satellite still intact with enough rocket fuel to reach escape velocity. A free solar collector is now ready to launch in the city of Krabrost. I'm going to butcher that every time. Now, if it was like Moscow or something, I could figure it out, but anyway. This will help us collect energy from the surrounding area and give it to our city. So let's go ahead and launch the unit in orbit. So this blue area is our radius in which we can put the satellite. The center tile is where the satellite will hover over, but I want it over this city for now. And this will last 20% longer in orbit, because I think the satellite only lasts like 10 turns in orbit. But this should give us some extra energy. And there's our satellite. And you can't see it in normal layers, but you can always see where a satellite is based upon this this kind of field kind of thing. That also increased our energy from +7 to +8 per turn. And now we get a free technology just because we are just because we launched a satellite, because we're the Slavic Federation, that's our special ability. So, what do I want to go for? I don't really need anything right now. Either genetics or engineering. I think I'm going to go for engineering, just so we can get thorium.
Instruct the children not to dream of toys or sweets. Instruct them to dream of infrastructure.
Hey look, I said that. Vadim Kozlov. Axioms from the Minutes of Central Directorate. Anyway, since discovering engineering, we now have the ability to build combat rovers, thorium reactors, which increase our energy supply, so those are crucial, a repair facility, and it reveals titanium on the map. So, yeah. That's about it for that. Speaking of titanium, ooh, there's a big supply. We're gonna have to put a city down here. Maybe right in this area, actually. Just because there's algae here, and it's close to this, and yeah, we're gonna put our second city down here. And we now have new quests. Gift from home. Find 2 resource pods. You get little things when you complete each turn. By the way, before I forget, this episode will be a little bit longer, just because than normal. Just because I spend a lot of time kind of explaining stuff. But yeah, not too much to this world. This planet kind of reminds me of Mars, other than the water, just because there's all these plains. I'll explain some of the stuff at the top. There are these, which are our resource icons of things nearby, and then these at the top are our affinity levels. Affinity is basically like the... I'm trying to think. It's... I forget what civilization calls it. It's the... virtue or something. Anyway, it's like autocracy and... order and freedom. Ooh, we have someone else landing on our map, and it is
Come, Mr. Haban, and the Commonwealth welcomes you.
I'm thrown off a little bit just by his Australian accent. It's just a little weird. Anyway, so this is Hatama of Polystralia, so he's a decent guy.
Let's talk straight.
And you have nothing, just because this is your first trip. All the leaders contact you when they make Planetfall, just because they're like, hey, we're landing here. So anyway, these at the top are your affinity levels. And it develops, and it's about how your society develops in the future. Going from left to right, this blue one is harmony. Ooh, speaking of harmony, there's some aliens right there. And we got some free energy. That helps. Now, aliens are non-hostile until you provoke them. So, they shouldn't attack us, just because unless we're close to a nest, which I don't think we are. But I could be wrong. Anyway, so going from left to right, the first one is harmony, which is basically coexisting with the planet in a way that you genetically augment yourself with the living creatures on the planet, and it's more like a natural way towards it. Think of it like super environmentalism kind of thing. The next one is purity, which is the belief that humans must remain humans and not pollute their bodies with bad genetic material or machines. And speaking of machines, it brings us to our last victory, which is supremacy. Supremacy is the belief that human existence can be expanded via technological integration. So, it's kind of difficult to explain. Anyway, this is Kavaitha
The doors
Thakur.
of the Protectorate are open.
She is of the Kavaithan Protectorate, which is basically India, Pakistan.
Speak from your soul.
Okay, I shall. So, yeah, we probably won't make any trade deals right now, but because we're just exploring, and she's on this continent over here. But we have a big continent that we're on, so there's probably going to be multiple civilizations that land on our continent. We have 8 coming, or we have 8 total, and there's 3 on the planet right now, including ours. So, yeah. So yeah. Again, those affinities are harmony, purity, and supremacy. And there's different technologies you can unlock that will increase your level. Who else is landing? Liqueur, which is Franco-Iberia. Yes.
Venez, mettez-vous à l'aise. Franco-Iberia vous accueille chaleureusement.
Well, it appears that the French language has survived into the future, as she is speaking French, I believe. Or maybe it's kind of... Maybe since the future is kind of like a Spanish-French mix. I'll have to pay attention to when she talks again.
Un verre de vin pour commencer.
It sounds very French to me. Anyway. It's Greek to me! Ha ha ha, play on words. Well, no, that's just a common saying. And we completed our production in our capital city. So I'm going to build... Let's see, what am I going to build? I'm going to build another explorer first, just so we can get going. There's also
discovered a station. You can establish trade routes with stations to receive various supplies that your people may need.
So yes, stations are like city-states, but their borders only are one hexagon square. So, there's less to deal with. Ooh, there's another resource pod. Perfect. I'm going to stop the capital's growth at 5, just so I can maintain a good health level. All pieces of instrument are accounted for. Our scientists will make good use of the instruments from Earth. So we gain 15 science. Inside the resource pod, you find a collection of goods and luxuries from old Earth that your people never thought they would see again. These rally and refocus your people, providing plus 25 culture. Perfect! Which means we can now develop a virtue. Virtues are like social policies that you unlock. But unlike having the ideologies, that was the word I was trying to think of earlier, other than having the ideologies that inside this, they're separate now. So, the first ones we can get labor logistics, which is plus 10 production towards buildings. Plus 10% foresight when healthy, or foresight, which is plus 10% science when healthy. Plus 10% food retained after a city grows, and plus 50%, or and adaptive tactics, which is plus 50% experience from combat. I think right now I want to give my science just a little bit of a boost, just because we are currently healthy, so that'll help our scientific progress. And yeah. Should have more people making Planetfall soon. Wonder who's going to be last.
I have something that needs your attention.
Okay, you go that way. We'll fill in this black area. We now have 3 citizens, and like I said before, I'm going to stop his growth at 5. Ooh, crash satellite. Our new explorer is going to have to build that, or go and get that. So we now can get another social policy because we built up enough research for one, or culture points for one. So now we've unlocked social mores, which is plus 0.25% culture for every population, and plus 30 science from finishing expeditions. But I think I want to get one of the other ones. I think I'm going to go for frugality. Ooh, someone's very close to us. Who is this? Tiangong, which is Pan American Corporation, or cooperative. Yeah. Hi.
The universe is either in progress or in entropy. We choose progress.
Okay, so we discovered pioneering, so we now have the ability to build colonists, which will make more cities. We can establish trade convoys and trade vessels, which are basically caravans and trade ships from Brave New World. And trade depots, which are needed for the trade in the first place. And then you go up here. Ooh, is that basalt? No, it's more titanium. There's a lot of titanium on this continent. Aliens detected. Well, we're not gonna worry about them because we're peaceful to them at this point. So since we got engineering as our free technology, I'm going to go after genetics just because that'll maintain our health supply just a little bit more. So yeah. So you can see the technologies that give you like extra affinities towards stuff. This red is purity, this blue is harmony, and then this yellow, orange is supremacy. So any technology that we research with that, it will be what we develop into. Okay. Meanwhile, on another continent, we have the American Reclamation Corporation. Suzanne Fielding.
How may the corporation serve you?
You can serve me by dying. No, just kidding.
What do you propose?
Nothing at present. Goodbye. Surprised we haven't found any more, like... Ooh, we're in dangerous territory. There's miasma everywhere. Ooh, alien nest, I think. No, that's Reslin. I'm sorry. Or Reslin. I'm surprised we haven't found any excavation sites. Because there's one right down here. I was about to say, why is there a random tile right there? But it's because it's a lake. Okay. Speaking of new scouts, oh, there's another one over there. Alright, yeah. You come over here to this one first.
Excuse me, I have important information.
No, we're alright. Ooh, alien nest. We'll probably get attacked, just because aliens don't like it, usually, when you're in close proximity to their nest. Let's build a worker. Yeah. Oh, hello, Pan America. Yep. Don't kill us. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were... Typical.
One of our units has...
To be fair, we did move in close proximity to their nest, so they did feel threatened. I'm not going to retaliate against them just because I don't feel it's necessary. So there was an expedition on this tile, and that's what this unit is going to do. Unfortunately, there's miasma on this tile, so it will also take damage in the process. Which is regrettable, but there can be anything in here. A crashed satellite. Ooh, there was a sea dragon. You just saw him swim on screen. It could be anything on here. It can be a crashed satellite, an alien ruin. There's a bunch of stuff. Oh crap. Pan America better not have gotten my thing. Crap. Usually they don't go for stuff though, or from what I noticed is the ARC. They're taking 10 miasma damage each turn. Found the wreckage of a crashed satellite. You go over here and build a plantation. You go up this way. There's miasma on that tile too. Okay. Here introduces a new social or game mechanic. Quest decisions. This gives the story more of a narrative to it, so it like builds them even more. There were survivors aboard the spacecraft. They were human once, but now they're something different. We are calling them the Augmented. Like us, they settled a new planet. But where our world sustains life, their world was harsh and violent. They tried to adapt by incorporating technology into their flesh, but in the end, even technology would not let them thrive in their new home. The Augmented wish to live on our world. Shall we grant them refuge in our cities, or shall we let them fend for themselves on this new world? If we let them settle on their own, we gain harmony affinity. If we grant them refuge, we'll gain purity or supremacy. I'm all for genetics just because it's a good science, but in this context, I don't feel good about genetics. So I'm going to grant them refuge, and we'll gain affinity for purity and supremacy. Or more influence, anyway. So now that we did that, I'm going to build a soldier. As soon as this gets to 5, I'm going to stagnate its growth, just because I don't want it to grow anymore. Build a plantation. Fortify. You go right here. Perfect, they didn't take it. We also have another culture policy. I'm going to build another... oh wait, no. Where was the other explorer? I thought I got a new explorer. I guess not. Anyway, an extra worker is good, so I'm going to do this. I'll worry about the other ones in a little bit. So now we can build, after we've done that, I'm going to build a thorium reactor just because we need more energy. I mean, we're still gaining plus 10, so we should be decent. We should be pretty good for now. How many turns will this take? I'm going to fortify him for a minute just so he can gain some of his health back. Because there's more miasma on this tile, so he'll just take more damage. And here's another quest decision. Choose a station to charter. Several new ventures wish to establish their operation near our territory. They provide different services that may be useful to us. Kia Gungan provides +2 culture and +2 science to any city that establishes a trade route. Red Sun provides 4 energy to any city that establishes a trade route. Which would you like to approve? I'm going to approve Red Sun. I'm going to approve Red Sun just because energy is so crucial in the future. So, I'm choosing that. And that. Oh, and they settled on this little island. So, interesting. It's quite interesting. I would have thought they would have put somewhere on our nearby thing. We'll have to trade with them via ship now instead of land. I like the units, like how they look.
You go to war with the soldiers you have. Make sure those are the soldiers you want.
Yes, we now have genetics, so we can now build pharma labs, which will... Everything costs energy in this game to run. We can build pharma labs, which will increase our health by 2, but increase energy cost. And then cyto-nurseries, which increase health by 1, food, +1 food from marsh, and +1 science. So let's continue more with research. I'm going to get the branch technologies before we get into more specifics, so... I'm going to go for... think I'll go for chemistry. Yeah, because we don't have Firaxolite. Which I see what you did there, Firaxis Games. Very clever. Yeah, I think I'm going to do chemistry. I want to get the first branch started just so we can go in any direction. Some people still haven't landed yet. Oh, here comes someone. Who are you? This is the African Union, I believe.
Iskawaran, the African people greet you.
English is still clearly prevalent in African society, but he did say something in a language before that. Anyway, so this is Samatar Jama Bar, and he's of the African Union. So we met him now. Oh, there we go. You go build this. This will be so helpful to us later. You have no idea. Okay, one more turn and then I'll have him go investigate this crashed satellite. Crap, who is this? Who is this?
El pueblo unido de Sudamérica le da la bienvenida.
So, yes, this is, Reynaldo de Alencar of Brasilia, so he's South America. Crap, he's close to... We're gonna have to build a city down here pretty quick, just because I want this area. This whole area is great, right around here. Time to accelerate my plans. I was going to build a health facility here next, but we're going to have to build a colonist next. It's alright though. We're okay. Okay, next turn. Kinda wish you could name land features in this. Ooh. This is a siege worm. They can do serious damage and they're really hard to kill. Oh yeah, you. You're going to go over here. And... oh crap, you don't have any expedition things. Crap. Oh crap, I made you go in the wrong square. Okay, you're done with that, so... build... I don't know. Said I was going to do colonist, but Pharmalab... You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do a Pharmalab first. Every time your scout or your explorer uses something, it has to go and replenish its supply.
Your explorer has noticed something strange nearby.
Yeah, I know. There's a resource module over there. There. Refilled. Now go over there and go get it. You come back. I really don't know why I went over there. Stay away. Silly worm. 2 energy, 2 energy. Actually, you go up here and build a generator. You fortify. Next turn. Build generator. And do another expedition.
A 4 billion-year-old world's worth of resources, shared among a handful of people. We're gonna make a fortune here.
What unit was killed? Oh, you stupid worm. We're going to destroy you. Need an energy fence. We can't build energy fences yet. Crap. Please don't attack my city. That would just be the worst. Well, I'm going after ultrasonic fences now. At least they'll drive our research in a certain direction. Next turn. Very rude of you. And we have a quest decision. Since the opening of our clinic, the populace has been split by an ideological divide. Uh-oh. Securing and improving our new territory has put a great strain on both military and civil workforces, and both contend that hazards they face should be offset by state-sponsored healthcare. Our fledgling colony does not have the resources to do both, which has the greater need of aid. We can provide care for civil defense workers, which is plus 15 health points from clinics, or provide care for civil workers, which is plus 1 health from clinics. I'm going to do this one just because health itself reduces faster. Next turn. We appear to share a benevolent approach towards the alien life on this planet. Yeah, I don't know for how much longer, though. And another quest decision. Our relic has provoked an ideological split among our citizens. Good grief again. Some believe the old Earth relic is instrumental as a source of solace for the grief people feel over their lost world. They want it to left in reverent peace. Others think it represents a valuable repository of traditional wisdom that must be studied and displayed publicly if humanity is to embrace their new home. So we can leave our relics untouched, which will be energy or maintenance free, or we can gain culture from relics. Personally, I like culture from this best, so I'm going to pick that one. And next turn. Salvage team has discovered the wreckage of a crashed satellite of some kind. It has protected cache of information from its observations in orbit, which your expedition team relayed immediately to your scientists for analysis. They were able to do preliminary research on a distant technology called alien ethics. Oh, that's good. So you go back to the city. And we'll develop another virtue. I'm going to do... No, I'm going to do this one first, and then we'll do industry. Next turn.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
It's hard to find good neighbors on this planet. I'd like to establish a cooperation agreement for the betterment of both our peoples. What do you say? Sure, let's work together. Basically, it's like a friendship agreement. I see that you have found value in the alien life on this planet as we have. Let us work together to shepherd these fascinating creatures and learn from them. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going for harmony, though. You have discovered Jinsoku Labs. Jinsoku Labs provide +2 science and +2 production to any city that establishes a trade route. Only one city per colony may trade with each station at a time. Why is this music getting so aggressive? It's just because we're Russia. You fortify. Next turn.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
Sure, open borders works.
Indeed, Ilmo.
Considering you're not even on my continent, it's kind of a stupid offer, but whatever. Oh, there's aliens, you'll be fine. We're about to get some more health. Crap, did they... We have to hurry up and get down there. Because this is such a perfect spot for a city. Actually, how much will it cost to buy one? 640, we don't have enough. Shoot. Next turn. Expand that way. Stupid Brazilians, I'm gonna have to eliminate them. See, already the first episode, I'm planning war.
Our engineering groups have discovered a new efficient method to build and deploy satellites. Once constructed, you can launch a satellite to the orbital layer with...
Yeah. When Coyote learned he was the only one of his kind on our new planet, his howl echoed through the rifts and off the distant hills. The uncle never cloned stories. So we now have ecology, which can build us a miasmic repulsor, which is good for getting rid of miasma. It's a satellite that we launch into orbit. A vivarium, which gives us +1 food from the desert, which would be helpful because I think there's desert over here. And an ultrasonic fence, which will prevent aliens from approaching us within a city within 2 tiles. So this guy would be forced to stay out here. Okay, let's choose more research. We'll do the last technology that we have outside of habitation, and we're going to do physics. And then we'll figure out where we're going to go from there. Quest decision. Our colonial grid is powered by a thorium reactor. Already its people have grown accustomed to the gentle hum and glow. So efficient is the reactor, it's barely working at capacity. If we pushed it further, we could divert the energy towards increased production speed, or we could use it to create new units and structures. Both would be of great benefit. So if we use it for new units and structures, we get +2 energy from thorium reactors. If we use it for production, we gain +1 production. Now I'm sticking with energy, just because energy is very important. And yeah. Ooh, I should have been like 2 seconds later. That would have been perfect with that musical. And 50 turns is good for an hour-long episode, I think. So I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you for watching Civilization Beyond Earth. I am KillVector1. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and come back later today for another episode. I'm KillVector1, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.